No yellow, at least.
All right.
I guess just initial thoughts and reactions on y'all's draw.
Well, the first thought is it was nice. I thought we were in, so you didn't have that anxiety of, being a bubble team. So that was nice. And I feel like our body of work has been strong. I feel like we've been playing well lately. I gave you a high five a few weeks ago because we had an air-free weekend on defense. I just feel like our pitching's been really consistent. Our hitting's been pretty consistent throughout, and defense too. So I feel like we're in a good place, and we're healthy. And so I just feel like we'll be primed and ready to. I told the team after the UCLA game, I thought we really needed, not a loss, but we needed a game with that kind of competition. And I felt like it was, it was a primer to what we're going to face in postseason. So, I feel like we're ready to go, and we'll be ready to go. Can't wait to get to scouting.
Does the feeling ever get old for how often you've done it?
No, and I was just talking to Matt this morning, and I think this is our 23rd time in the last they didn't have the NCAAs in 2020, and so in the last 30 years, it's the 23rd time, and it's always great. It's always great.
As you mentioned, you guys got some postseason experience. Some of the players here, obviously, getting that first time here in Nebraska.
Yeah.
Anything they've learned about themselves this past week at the Big Ten tournament, kind of what they're taking into the.
Yeah, I think they've learned collectively as a team, but you're right. We have a lot of players. I mean, our transfers that have come from Arkansas and Arizona. You saw they were national seeds, and of course, Jordy came from Oklahoma, and then Ava that you just spoke with. This is her 3rd out of 4 years being in postseason play. So I think we have more players that have been in postseason, so they know what that feels like. And what I really appreciated, I sat back and I watched. I was behind them about 15 feet, and they were excited, but it wasn't like the excitement out of your mind, like, oh, we're in. It was like excited, like, let's continue on. And I like that. I like that because there seems to be a confidence in them.
You mentioned 20 some odd times out of the last 30 years, but last year you weren't in this position. Does it make it a little extra sweeter or just make you appreciate it?
It does. Anytime you miss it, I mean, it's the ones you miss that it's like, if we would have won this game or would have won that game. Absolutely. And, we had so many injuries last year, and the fact that they fought through and we battled and we were able to win 30 games. We were just shy. I feel like we were a bubble team at the end. So for all the returners to keep working and all the newcomers to come in, and Ava said it really well. I mean, this team started, even with the transfers that transferred in this summer, they started really working hard for this day last July.
Any memories from last time you were there in Baton Rouge? I believe it was 2015 that you were down there.
So we went and saw Mike the Tiger. We saw Dr. Duga, who's a doctor in our program. In fact, he's done a surgery on me last summer. We saw his academic All-American on the wall, so I thought I was going to be in good hands when he did the surgery, because he played football at LSU. And then one of the memories was we were playing LSU, and we hit 2 balls off the bat. They were both by lefty hitters in the left field gap, and off the bat, you just thought they were no doubters, and the park just held it. And it's like, man, that's where all great hitters go to die. I mean, I don't know if I think it was a really heavy, humid night, but that's what I remember from the game. But yeah, it's been 10 years ago.
Yeah, yep. And, I'm sure obviously making the tournament was one of your season goals, and still so much left to play for. Just what do you think of what the team's done in putting in the work to get there and achieve one of those goals?
Yeah, there's the calmness of it all. Like I said, they were excited, but there's a confidence about it because they know that they've put in the work, and we've gotten a lot better as the season has gone on and trusting our preparation and just kind of having that quiet confidence because they've earned it. They've earned their talent, they've earned their numbers, they've earned this position, and I just want them to really trust we're going to be prepared. We never doubt that. And I just want them to trust that preparation and go out and be able to perform and really just go for it.
The first, I think 7 of the 8 first seeds, all from the SEC.
Yeah.
Obviously, you guys now have an LSU in the same region. Likely, if you get out of that region, you got to take down LSU. What's it like out against an SEC team like that?
Yeah, it's another team. We've played a lot of SEC teams. Of course, they're a terrific softball conference. I will say this, I'm really proud of the Big Ten. We got 8 schools in. We're trending in the right direction. We got 2 national seeds. So, I know the Big Ten's going to keep pushing. Just because we play in a little bit different climate doesn't mean that we can't play softball in this part of the country. And so I hope that we can all get in the tournament and really make some noise.
It's no secret, the eyeballs that are going to be on Jordy, saw her in the selection show featured. What do you get a sense of from her just in terms of her readiness?
You know what? Jordy was born ready. I mean, she has one gear, she has one motor, she has one focus. It's team focus. It's about helping the team win ball games. All the other stuff, honestly, she could sideline it. She's a good sport about it. She enjoys giving autographs to little kids, but I don't know that she enjoys this part of it, but she understands her responsibility to it. And I appreciate that about her because she's really focused on the team and getting herself ready to compete. And that's what competitors do. They get themselves ready to compete.
Outside of what she does on the field, what kind of a benefit is it for you and your group having her, someone who's done it before?
Well, I think it's a real benefit. In fact, for about the last 6 weeks, we've had one person a week kind of do a message of the week. And I've actually had one of our captains, McKinley, pick who gives that message. And she told me this week she thought Jordy should give it because of where she's been in postseason. And we would be foolish not to lean on her experience in postseason. So the fact that she's been there, done that a couple of times is really important.
You said your team wasn't jumping up and dancing, just, kind of a happy confidence when they heard their name called. Just what does that give you maybe as a coach going into a tournament? Obviously you guys aren't one of the host seeds, but truly a real threat to some of these other teams.
Yeah, I think we're a really strong team. I think we're a really strong 2 seed. I have that same kind of confidence. I mean, I had joy in my eyes when I saw Nebraska go up there too. Like you said, it never gets old, but I also had that same confidence. Like, we've got work to do, and this is gonna be fun.
Thanks, Rhonda.
Thank you.